live it up to all the cash gone. Ain't that funny?
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce and it's time for a little NBA basketball. It's Sunday night. Welcome to our NBA presentation. It's the Detroit Pistons going up against Dwight Howard and the Los Angeles Lakers. And now let's send it out to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll see you at halftime, everybody.
I ain't no joke.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Lakers, back on the road tomorrow. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And the season series between these two teams went exactly the opposite of what you would have expected. I mean, the weaker team won both games.
Presented by State Farm, let's take a look now at the Detroit Pistons opening lineup. They've got Green. JaVale McGee is out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Knight in at the 5. And for the Lakers, the star-studded backcourt of Nash and Kobe. Gasol at the 4 with Howard in at the 5. And it's Jamison in at the 3 slot. At that point, you wonder if it was a fluke or if these guys, have really figured it out.
I'd be surprised to see a repeat of that outcome this time, but I've been surprised before, Kevin.
Yes, you have.
He's going to take that shot every time if he has that much room to get it off.
Nash against Knight. Outside for Jamison. A three-pointer off the mark. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Clippers.
You know, it's hard to lose a game when you shoot the ball as well as they did in that one.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, shot making can cover over a multitude of sins. The percentage they shot from the floor is one you might talk about an individual player having, not the entire team.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
You know, with the Lakers, it's all about winning titles. Anything else is considered a disappointment. And they were tested early, though.
Now here's Kobe. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Clippers. 5 on the clock. Jamison kicks to Nash. Fires from deep. Detroit with the rebound. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And I'll bet they're still not sure how they lost that game, guys. Or at least that it wasn't a little closer anyway. Because they got some good performances out of a few guys.
Yeah, you know what? That's one of those games where you just have to tip your hat to your opponent. Give him credit. Give them credit. They played a terrific game.
Go back to that matchup for the Lakers against Denver. Kobe's illness. He had the stomach flu. Artest out with the suspension. Meta World Peace, had gotten the late regular season suspension with the elbow to the side of the head of James Harden. Steve, they were certainly facing their struggles.
Yeah, and those struggles caught up to them in the next round, Kevin, when they lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder, the younger, more talented team winning in that one. So for the Lakers, moving forward, they've got a lot of talent, but it's aging talent. And sooner or later, they're going to have to get younger on that roster.
Here's Kobe after Jeff Green's bucket. Kobe passes to Jamison. Pass to Nash. With 1 on the clock, and that is good.
That's grace over power, guys. That finger roll gets him 2 points. Impressive stuff.
The Pistons leading.
Anton Jamison, one of the most versatile scoring forwards in the game. He can hurt you in a number of ways. He can make the long-range shot, but it's that unique array of flip shots and floaters around the basket that sets him apart.
Nice start here. Taking 5 shots, only missed 1 of them.
And earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Lawrence Frank. What'd you find out, Doris?
This game is their first against the new-look Lakers, and Coach knows that they have to be ready for anything. He said with Nash running the show, they can push the tempo a lot more if they please. It could be like facing Showtime 2.0, and we need to be prepared for that. I haven't even mentioned what Kobe can do. They might just see Showtime 2.0, guys.
Thank you, Doris.
And guys, going back to Jamison, they say as a child his dad accidentally set up the rim at 11 feet. And that may have something to do with his soft touch on those in-between shots. He's really got a unique talent for being able to finish a variety of ways over bigger defenders, from anywhere from right at the rim all the way out to 17 or 18 feet.
You know, another great season for Kobe Bryant last year, and he actually traveled to Germany in the offseason for a special treatment to his knee and his ankle that he said made a huge difference in his ability to play without pain.
Come on now, you got to pay better attention than that on a shooter like him. He'll make that 10 times out of 10.
Nash kicks to Howard. McGee's there. Baseline J on the way. The shot no good. And Detroit the other way now. Steve, you mentioned that special treatment overseas that Kobe went through. Some friends said that he had been contemplating retirement prior to the treatment. He felt so good, he said, I'm going to play another 2, 3, 4 years.
Well, he's on record as saying he doesn't want to keep playing if he can't dominate and be dominant. So the injuries held him back more than he's let on, but treatments have actually made him feel better.
Now, here is Young. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. Young's shot is off. Green against Nash. It's stolen by Green, and now it's Green running. He can go all the way. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
You know, sometimes, guys, with new ownership, drastic changes are made. But the Pistons pretty much held firm last year, although they did add Lawrence Frank as their head coach, who did a nice job. But I think Detroit is really looking to keep this core group of young players together and see if they can develop.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Howard. World Peace comes in for Pau Gasol. Earl Clark's checked in for Antoine Jamison. And it's Duhon in for Steve Nash. Here is Knight following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Here's Thompson. The rebound by Duhon. Back to Detroit always seems to be their MO throughout the various sports. Get a solid core and grow out from there.
Yeah, it's called organic growth. You know, the Pistons really haven't made a big splash in free agency, at least in the NBA. The Pistons have always gathered their talent through the draft, and that's worked for them.
Lakers trailed by 4. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Kicks to Fareed. It's stolen by Hill. A finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Nice aggressive defensive play to make the steal and start the break.
Yeah, and I like the fact they didn't mess around with it once they got it.
Knight dishes to Green. They grab their own miss. Fareed the pass to Young. Over Bryant. The rebound by Kobe Bryant.
You gotta like the defense, not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Good do it with a tough defender breathing down your neck. That makes it not an easy shot.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Clark. Jody Meeks comes in for Kobe. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Chris Duhon. World Peace, good.
Well, Lawrence Frank, head coach of the Pistons since last season. And before that, remember, he spent 7 years as the head coach of the Nets. Had a very competitive team there to start his career.
Kept alive. Here's Thompson. And that one's good. Thompson's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, Thompson is still very raw, but what's impressed me most in terms of his work so far in the NBA is his motor. Just an outstanding offensive rebounder, a high-energy player who brings a ton of effort to the game.
Yeah, that second jump ability, as we call it, to put it back before the D can recover is very special and a lot of times rare. His wingspan also allows him to play bigger than his height defensively. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Pau Gasol is checked in for Howard. Jamison comes in for Jordan Hill. Kobe's checked in for Meta World Peace. And Darius Morris subs in for Steve Blake.
And you know, you talk about that tough team Lawrence Frank had in New Jersey. I mean, when he took that team over, they rattled off 13 straight wins. 6 of those were on the road consecutively. So both of those marks set records for a new head coach.
The Lakers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
Steve Nash checked in for the Lakers.
You know, you look at how the Pistons season went, Kevin, and one of their big problems was getting anything of substance done on the road. I mean, just a terrible time for them finding points on the road.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Kobe against Green. Outside, Kobe. And the Lakers with another miss.
That's very uncharacteristic for him to miss that shot with such little defensive pressure.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a... close one.
20. The new season.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, I'll tell you what, I like what I've seen from this club defensively. They're forcing a lot of turnovers with their quick hands and ability to play the passing lanes.
Well, you talk about quick hands, but I think it's the mindset of being aggressive and then obviously being active with the hands, tracing that ball so you can come up with deflections that may lead to steals.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Lakers. World Peace is out there with Hill. Then it's Duhan. Then it's Earl Clark. And it's Morris in at the 2 spot. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Kobe Bryant is arguably the greatest Laker ever. Asked if he'd like to retire a Laker, he said, oh yeah, that would be special. It's rare to see that nowadays. Even if he had a better chance of winning a title elsewhere, he said, that ship sailed. If there was ever a time where I was going to move and go play someplace else, that time is dead. I'm not going to jump ship to go chase a 6th ring. I'm just not going to do that. It's either going to happen here or it's not going to happen. That gentleman should make Lakers fans very happy.
Hey, Doris, great to see that dedication. He knows that staying a Laker will only enhance his legacy. Here's Morris. After Jeff Green's bucket, that's good.
Well, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket. Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
Duhan kicks to Morris. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, there's some very popular destinations for free agents around the league. Chicago, New York, Miami. But for me, the Lakers are still the premier market for players. You know, big city, a history of winning with the Laker organization, and fantastic weather, of course.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Hill. Kobe comes in for Meta World Peace. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Darius Morris. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Chris Duhan. Here's Crawford. A 3-pointer is right on target. Crawford's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Things have changed a little bit here in the second quarter, guys, and we're seeing them start to convert a lot of second chance opportunities.
Yeah, and I'm sure the coach has to be happy about this. I mean, the hustle underneath is paying off in a big way.
And Steve, to follow up on your point, the whole aspect of Hollywood has always been a big lure for the Lakers as far as recruiting Clark free agents.
We've seen it over the years with all the big names they've gotten assigned in free agency. No doubt about it, the Lakers are still one of those destination teams for a lot of players in the league.
And the Lakers with another miss.
Boy, excellent job that time staying on him. Airtight saran wrap defense there.
Misses the layup.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
Got to find something. You're right.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
Man, he is an absolute force when he gets near the hoop.
Well, you knew that Dwight Howard had his days in Orlando numbered. That was clear. You just didn't know where he would end up. But his move to this team definitely was the big story of the offseason.
And here is Blake. Corey Maggette getting it to go from deep. Blake dishes to Kobe. Shot clock at 6. That's good. Kobe's got 12 in the game.
Well, getting back to Howard again, anytime you have a chance to get probably the best center in the league, it's a huge deal, and I think you just go for it. You do whatever it takes to get him. So I think this is a coup. I mean, Howard's had his problems. He had the back issue last year, all the controversy as he tried to get out of Orlando, but in the end, this guy is a monster, the best defensive player in the NBA, and really right in his prime.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Pau Gasol's checked in for Howard. Jamison comes in for Earl Clark. And it's Nash in for Steve Blake. Now here's Kobe following the miss by Antoine Jamison. Kobe's shot is off.
Another board, just continuing to add to that big rebound margin.
And it's a bit ironic, guys. I mean, you would think the score wouldn't be so close the way they're dominating the glass. But this one is still... in the balance.
Lakers trailed by 5. He feeds it to Jamison. It's up against Thompson. The jump hook. Here's Gasol. Dunks it down.
Simply said, a tremendous rebound and a tremendous dunk. T-square.
He was a man possessed right there.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you always get from him night after night.
Thompson misses.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
For 3, Kobe, and that one's good. Kobe's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, it's interesting. Sometimes with him, the contested shots are the ones that he tends to make. You know, sometimes if he's wide open, he misses, but you get a hand in his face, he seems to relish it.
And Steve, he's a player that's extremely hard to cool off. I mean, he picks up right where he left off after every break in the action, it seems. Timeout, halftime, it doesn't matter. When he's hot, he stays hot.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And Antoine Jamison is a player who can help any team in the league with his scoring. And as he gets later in his career, getting older, he's still chasing that elusive title. He's actually never made it past the second round of the playoffs.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Gasol. World Peace comes in for Kobe. And Darius Morris subs in for Jody Meeks. Hill. Pushing it up. And Fareed kicks the...
You know, Kevin, that's just him doing his thing. I mean, that's who he is, launching himself at the basket. I mean, he thrust himself at the basket. He's an angry driver and attacker of the rim.
And the replay, of course, presented by Sprite. What a play. The Lakers making a switch here. Duhan's checked in. Here is Duhan after the basket by Detroit. Hill, he's covered by Thompson. Turn around Jay, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Jordan Hill. Staples Center was just an unwelcoming venue all around last season, and the Lakers did their part by defending the home court not only with pride, but passion too.
Lakers always tough, as you mentioned, Clark, here at home, and last year no different. Ended up 26-7 here inside the Staples Center. It was a big part, Steve, of why they were able to win the Pacific Division.
Well, any team that is a serious championship contender, Kevin, is going to control its home floor. And the Lakers, despite the fact that they lost in the conference semifinals, they were a contender, and they controlled their home floor pretty much all season long.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kevin, last season, for the first time in 6 years, the Detroit Pistons were in the top half of teams in fast break points. A change in philosophy. Point guard Brandon Knight said, as much as we can, we want to push it. But even that starts with defense. You can't get into transition when you're taking the ball out of the net the entire game. And guys, that's where the Pistons are looking to improve. A bottom 5 or 6 defensive team over the last 3 seasons. If they can get stops, they'll be even more effective getting out in transition.
They've got the young legs to play up-tempo doors. It's all about making that commitment.
No, they're just getting hammered inside and really need to find a way to be tougher down there. They got to be physical. They got to man up in there.
I agree. I mean, you look at the points they're giving up. Most of them seem to be coming inside the paint.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Hill. Kobe comes in for Meta World Peace. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Chris Duhon. Nash with the block. They retain possession.
Boy, I tell you what, pounding the offensive glass pays off for them once again. Persistence pays.
Yeah, and guys, where would they be without all these second chance points? I mean, they have really dominated the inside on the offensive board.
Here's Kobe. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. 2-for-1 chance here.
Yeah, let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
They get it back. And it's good. Terrific work on the offensive glass to make that one work. Now just a 2-point Laker lead. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the half. Nash kicks to Blake. Howard is up against Thompson. The jump hook. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Crawford left side. Over Nash. That's good from Crawford on the assist by Thompson. Crawford's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He exposed a flaw in the defense. No way they're supposed to be giving him that shot.
Here's Kobe. Knocks down the jumper off the quick drop step. And the Lakers lead by 2. Here's Crawford. Unbelievable shot at the buzzer.
Boy, this guy just as calm as can be, even with Lakers.
In a tight game here as we end the first half. Pistons ahead. They lead by 1. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the...
It'll be the Knicks out in New York against the 76ers. Division...
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the third quarter starting here now. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, the points have really come in bunches for him so far, and not really a surprise because you know exactly what he can do.
Well, he's been in the groove all game long, Steve, and not too many hiccups in regards to his shooting, but we also have come to expect this from him, so we're not surprised by it.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Kenneth Faried is out there with Green, and there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Young in at the 2 guard. Nash against Knight. Outside for Jamison. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. And that's now 11 points for Jamison. The Pistons leading. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That will be the 3rd of the 6-game road trip. Kobe with the steal. Now here comes Nash leading the break. Again, the Lakers.
Kevin, I think he's got to demand the ball. They need him to be more aggressive if they're going to take control of this game.
You know, when you think about the history of the Lakers, obviously some phenomenal talent, Jerry West, Magic Johnson. You know, talk about the big fella with the sky hook, but Kobe Bryant, I mean, you could make the argument that he is the greatest Laker of all time. Think about that.
Wow. It's a close game here in Los Angeles. Back to Jamison. Outside, Kobe. Gasol inside. Faried defending. That's good. 6 points for Howard.
Well, he's an intimidating finisher around the basket, Kevin. The thing you have to do defensively is try to push him off the block, not let him get deep position. But that is easier said than done, that's for sure.
And Steve, you know what? He's powering through guys better now, playing through contact, but he's also starting to polish up his post move. So it's not just simply about him throwing it down, which he does with force and regularity. He's starting to add a little finesse to that power package, too.
And the Lakers call time here. Big thought there, Steve, on Kobe Bryant. I tend to agree, potentially the greatest Laker of all time. Clark, what do you see?
Well, I'd have to put him right there at the top of the heap. I mean, they've had such a storied history of great players. But Kobe would be, in my mind, at the top of the list.
The Pistons making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Here's Howard off the inbound. Lifts up the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Boy, that kind of hustle you just love to see.
And it gets his teammates fired up.
Yeah, especially with the powerful slam to finish things off.
Knight kicks to Young. A three ball. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but you know, you got to be smart too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there. When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's Young, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
The Lakers trade. And the foul called on Brett. And that'll be his third foul so far.
That's his third personal foul. 14 foul.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Jamison the pass to Kobe. Over Young. And there's Kobe. That's good on the assist by Jamison. 19 points for Kobe Bryant.
Man, he makes a lot of tremendous plays at that end of the court. We see it from him every game.
Knight kicks to Thompson. No good. Good work defensively by Gasol. Lakers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And Nash, here we go. Outside for Jamison. No good with the triple. The Pistons have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. He dishes it to Knight. Over Nash. A nice shot by Knight. Knight's got 7 points for the quarter. Lakers shooting it beautifully here in the third. 56% from the field. Nash outside. Goes up at the stripe. Jamison. Howard. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Howard's got 11 points.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Thompson dishes to Green. Over Gasol. They get the rebound.
And a look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. 2nd in rebounding, 7th in assists. And they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Not bad for a team that's got an awful lot of young, talented players.
And this is a team that really relied most heavily on the rebounding numbers that you talked about. I mean, the top 5, they're a team that likes to attack the lane at both ends of the floor, really control the glass on defense and try to pound you inside with the offensive boards.
Nash against Crawford. Kobe with a screen on Crawford. 6 to shoot. Nash the pass to Kobe. Over Green. Off target with the free throw line Jay. Pistons shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Tries it from the top of the key. Nice jump shot. Good. Green's got 12 points in the game. And here's Nash. Outside, Kobe. He kicks to Meeks. Fires the 3. Detroit with the rebound.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out. What a half they're having from beyond the arc. It's getting ridiculous.
And there's no reason they shouldn't keep attacking from out there. I mean, they've got it going on in a big way now.
Nash kicks to world peace. Back to Nash. Over Crawford. Nash's shot is in. Nash has got his third bucket of the night.
Boy, every time they drop it in, they do so from close range. Easy baskets.
Yeah, high percentage looks time and time again, guys, and it's paying off for them the way they're playing this game. I like their strategy.
Meeks dishes to Nash. Hits the outside fadeaway. Now it's just a three-point Piston lead.
Boy, it is absolutely remarkable how Steve Nash has been able to maintain his athleticism at his age. I mean, I think it's a testament to great dedication to conditioning and nutrition. He actually says that he's quicker now than he was as a rookie back in '96, and I don't find that hard to believe because he was heavier. He transformed his whole body from the time he came into the league until now.
He's had because of the back issue and other things.
He's short for the center position, but he makes up for it with tremendous leaping ability.
Feeds to Singh. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Stolen by World Peace. Goes up on the wing. Kobe misses. And Steve Nash, not the run and jump athlete, Steve, we so often think of in the NBA, but it's his balance and his agility. And when you were running the Phoenix Suns, you saw it firsthand.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think there was a player in the league with better core strength than Steve Nash. Just the balance, the conditioning. He worked so hard constantly on his game and on his body. It's one of the reasons why he's been able to stand the test of time and be so good for such a long period of time.
Shot on the wing. Good.
Jordan Crawford.
Crawford's got 18 points in the game. Lakers trailed by 4. Nash kicks to Hill. Kobe guarded by Green. Back to Kobe. The pass to Hill. Backs him down. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. Shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And because he struggled with his free throw shooting so much last season, I thought he was hesitant at times to be aggressive. Wasn't looking to draw contact and was trying to avoid getting to the foul line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Pau Gasol's checked in for World Peace. Jamison comes in for Kobe. Steve Blake's checked in for Meeks. And it's Duhan in for Steve Nash. Duhan kicks to Jamison. Takes the lead pass. Blake passes to Gasol. The feed to Duhan. Over Crawford. Shot denied. Kravtsov. No luck. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we have.
This Thursday night, Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma.
So as we get rolling here in the fourth quarter, let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Uncontainable game. Doris?
Well, Kevin, our uncontainable game in this one, the stretch by the Pistons. As the game has worn on, they have stepped up their intensity defensively, their best quarter being the third. That's the difference right now as they look to finish this game off.
Great, thanks, Doris. And a very important turning point in this was when they started to gather that steam and really started rolling, guys.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. That run changed changed the entire feel of this game. It wasn't just their offense that made it happen. The stops they were making defensively played just as big a role.
And right at the start of that run, fellas, you could see the sudden injection of energy that went through the whole team. Then it was game on.
So with Nash sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. The incredible post duo of Powell and Dwight together inside. Kobe is out there with Duhan, and it's Jamison in at the small forward position. Steve Nash checked in for Chris Duhan.
Both of these teams have really stepped it up offensively.
You know what, Steve? They haven't missed a chance, and I think both teams really know what's at stake on every possession here.
Nash kicks to Jamison. Gasol dishes to Howard. And that one's good. Howard's got 4 points this quarter.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense. Well, the defense wasn't bad, but I think they've got to tighten up on it.
Now Kobe. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Passes it to Nash. Back to Kobe. Over for Reed. And it's Kobe missing. Pistons leading by 6. Here's Young. A rebound by the Lakers. Kobe's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Kobe's got 21 in the game. Nash against Knight. Takes it up. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Boy, he's been so cool out there. Composed, never rattled. I mean, a very steady contributor to the offense.
Nash against Knight. And Kobe throws it down hard.
An open lane right there. Pretty much saw the daylight he wanted and took advantage.
Yeah, great opportunity, and he seized it without much hesitation.
Yeah, a little too easy, if you ask me. The defense really needs to tighten things up here. Okay, he had all the time in the world to get that shot.
Nash drives in, and the shot is good. Now just a 2-point Piston lead.
He's mastered the finger roll. It's a pretty shot, and it's effective for him, too.
A nice shot by Knight. Knight's got 20 points.
Way too much time and space on that 3. He'll make that one all the time.
Well, it's a warm-up jumper, Steve, the kind that you could knock down still to this day. You're one of the best all-time 3-pointers we've had in the NBA. But you got to at least run at a guy and try to challenge him to crack the shot.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Mike D'Antoni gave to his team during that break. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the 3-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message. Thanks,
Doris. No good from Howard. Pistons leading by 5. The dish to Fareed. A rebound by the Lakers. Jamison's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Nash kicks to Jamison. Straight up. Nice hit again. He passes to World Peace. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. This is the Knight. No good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Kobe passes to Nash. Outside, Jamison. Offensive rebound. Howard. And the shot is good. Howard's got 6 here in this quarter.
They have a little extra mojo going here, a little extra pep in their step, more hustle in this second half. They're doing a much better job in terms of second chance points.
The shot's good from Fareed. And the Pistons lead by 5. Lakers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. Howard setting the pick for Nash. Pass to Kobe. Kicks it to Jamison. Another miss by Jamison.
He's got to contribute. He's got to produce if his team's going to get back in it in this quarter.
And the shot is good. Knight's got 16 points here in the second half.
Tell you what, he's been zeroed in on the hoop all quarter long, making big shots.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there.
Another open look hits bottom from outside.
Yep, and that's 3 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
Young against Kobe. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Kobe's got 8 here in the quarter.
Guys, he's really shot the ball well. It's definitely not his fault they find themselves trailing in this one.
Wasted no time on that one.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Nash kicks to Kobe. He feeds it to Howard. Lock at 6.
At the line for your Lakers, Kobe Bryant.
The free throw drops for Kobe.
He hasn't been quite able to lure the defense into fouling him as much. Hasn't been as effective in drawing fouls here.
Pau Gasol is checked in for Meta World Peace.
Boy, he's knocking them down. No surprise there. He's one of the premier free throw shooters in the league.
Knight kicks to Maggette. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Boy, what a half from the field they're having. They're going to extend that lead if they stay this high.
Well, they've taken it up another notch, Clark, looking very confident out there.
Backing down is Bryant. Fade away. Here's Howard. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got 3 assists now in this one.
He's starting to pick up his game in this half.
Here's Knight. The kick out to Young. Maggette. Pistons passing it around. Knight kicks to Thompson. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Lakers trailed by 7. He dishes it to Gasol. Back to Kobe. The 17-footer. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
He's coming up big right now for this team in the 4th quarter. He's now 5 for 6 shooting.
Here's Knight. Hits it from 3-point range. Knight's got 28.
My goodness, he's going off in this quarter. He's got the guys on the bench going crazy. Rally towels and all.
And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 8. 1:03 left in the 4th quarter. And a different look here for the Pistons.
Singler. Azubuike.
It's Nash with the drive. Tries from 16. Kobe's shot is off. The Pistons shooting in the 4th quarter has been efficient at 56%. Azubuike dishes to Crawford. Over Nash. That's good from Crawford on the assist by Azubuike. And the Pistons lead by 10.
And that one should remove all doubt about the outcome of this game. This thing's over.
Now it's just a matter of what the winning margin's going to be.
Not much drama left in this one, guys.
No, it hasn't quite exactly been a nail-biter. I mean, it's going to be a great win for them, though.
Lakers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Nash, the pass to Kobe. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. 33 points for Kobe Bryant.
You know, he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
He kicks to Azubuike. Back to Crawford. Up with it. Gets the bucket.
Looks like this one's over. They really played well tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we can take it out of the oven. This game is cooked.
And Nash, here we go. Outside for Jamison. Over Maggette. Here's Gasol. And strong with the one-handed jam.
You know, once he corralled that rebound, he was in just the right spot to power it back down.
And you could see it coming too, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that was going to be a simple little putback. He saw the angle and he gave it a little something extra.
Here's Crawford. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
You let him get to the rim, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You deserve that.
He's more than capable. You're right, Clark, of providing some great highlight reel material.
Yes, sir.
And for a point guard to fit.